In our ongoing coverage of those missing and murdered, we do have a story for you tonight of a Woonsocket mother.
She continues to mourn for her daughter while questioning who was with her in the final moments of her life. First Alert investigator Beth Warden brings us new details of mannequins, bee farms, and a woman who is still being searched for 11 years after she disappeared.
The last time Rachel Cyriacks was seen alive, she was driving this truck, and she was picking up her then husband Brad from jail. He had been serving time for domestic violence. Despite the heaviness of losing a child, Mary Shabbat finds comfort in the memories of her daughter Rachel.
She was a tomboy. She had her own horse that she rode. She was quite a handful a lot of times. And other times she could be as sweet as can be.
The mother-daughter bond continued through the decades. Mary was by her daughter's side in front of a judge in divorce court.
And the judge wanted to hear Brad's side of the story before he would grant a divorce. So Rachel said that day, he'll just kill me, I guess.
The couple had a turbulent relationship.
On October 31st, she had Brad arrested for domestic violence. So then he went to jail. And then he got out of jail on November 13th. And Rachel went and picked him up.
Friends and family feared the worst.
Have you heard from Rachel? And I said, no, I can't get a hold of her. Brad had his pickup out north of town driving around over these stuffed mannequins. And so when I heard this, I called the cops.
Law enforcement officers were no strangers to the couple's home.
About every week, the cops were called to their house for domestic violence.
This time, there was no sign of Rachel.
And she's never been seen or no contact since then.
This mom believes her daughter's body is close to where her truck was discovered.
I think she's on the Griffiths farm. I mean, she's not alive.
This is a bird's eye view of the farm where Rachel's truck was found after she disappeared. The new owners are giving their blessing to search and dig.
I just think they need to search there more.
It's just down the road from where rescue divers searched for evidence last November. Mary watched that from a distance.
Exciting and hard.
She pleads for others to help her find her daughter.
Somebody needs to talk. I mean, we got to have answers. And I'm not going to give up. And then after me, Jessica will take over.
Jessica, a family friend, has questions too.
And the detectives, they all showed up at DJ's Travel Center, but he had Rachel's phone. But where's Rachel?
Attorney General Marty Jackley plans to keep searching.
I anticipate there'll be additional use of Game Fish and Parks sonar here yet this summer. And so we are continuing to interview witnesses, follow up leads. We have received additional lead information from those investigations, but at this point, we have not ruled anybody out as a person of interest. It's of public knowledge that her husband Brad was the last person that is on record acknowledging seeing her. And again, we are continuing to follow up every lead.
Come forward and be anonymous or whatever, just, help Mary and her family put Rachel to rest. I don't know how she does it.
What choice do I have? I can't just die. Say I'm dead. You just got to keep going. Keep trying.
If you have any tips at all, you can contact local law enforcement. You can also remain anonymous by submitting your tip through Crime Stoppers. In Woonsocket, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
Now, we do want to tell you that Beth has received a tip in this investigation, which has been forwarded to the Attorney General's office. You can report any tips to local law enforcement or anonymously through Crime Stoppers.